master trainer in mind mapping, and joined today by the 8 times world memory champion, Dominic O'Brien. So he's sharing with us some anecdotes of his life and memory. Now, Dominic, I remember this. I remember you used to be the memory man on Radio 2. So tell me, how did that come about? And what was it exactly that you used to do?
Yeah, this came about in the early 1990s, shortly after I'd won the World Memory Championships. I used to do the Radio 2 road show. We go around different parts of the country to steam festival, balloon festivals, all that sort of thing. And what I did was I'd memorized all the #1 hits since 1952. In fact, the very first one was on the 14th of November 1952, Here in My Heart by Al Martino on the Capitol record label. It was the only one that year. So I memorized them all the way up till I think about 1994 when I was the memory man on this show. So what would happen was we'd have a live audience there, and the host of the show would introduce me, and they'd ask someone to give their name and their date of birth. And I would say, I'd calculate what day of the week they were born on, what was #1 on that day, assuming they were born after 1952, who sang it, the record label, how many weeks it was #1. So there was quite a lot of work. I think it was over 400 #1 hits that I had to remember. And so, for example, my birthday is the 10th of August 1957. And so I know I was born on a Saturday, and I know on that day the #1 hit was All Shook Up by Elvis Presley on the HMV record label. So I don't know all these dates, but there's certain ones I know. And the way I did it was, again, using journeys, using memory palaces. For every year, I had a specific location, and I would break the information down, the names of the #1 hits, the stars, into pictures, and I'd put them along a journey based on this location. So it took me quite a while to do it, but after a while, just by going through the journey several times, I was able to do this for all 400 hits.
Well, that's an amazing application of memory techniques. The most utterly random application of memory techniques, but very appropriate for Radio 2, I suppose. I'm not going to challenge you to remember what the #1 was on my date of birth, because in order to do that, I would have to admit how old I am. And I think we'll just skirt on from that one. So thank you very much, Dominic.
Okay, pleasure.